Everybody remembers their first wave, whether it be in the ocean, their first break in business, or their first big win. I'm David McClymont, a former competitive surfer now turned C-suite executive leading the Palm Beach Symphony into its 48th season and your host on the Waves of Success podcast.
This show is brought to you by IYC Yachts, Chervaux, and Square Grouper. Produced by MediaZone.
I am David McClymont, host of Waves of Success. I'm thrilled to be launching this new podcast, sharing with all of our listeners some of the interesting experiences that I have had during the past 20 years leading multiple institutions. Out of college, I had the opportunity to work in the investment banking industry, managing private money for institutions, banks, pension plans, and insurance companies in all places, Austria. After spending about 3 years working in the investment banking industry, I had a great opportunity to work for a private Jack Nicklaus country club, Bear Lakes Country Club, located in West Palm Beach, Florida. I had the pleasure of spending 15 incredible years in a wide variety of positions at Bear Lakes. And then in 2009, as we were hosting the final stage qualifying school for the PGA Tour, where Ricky Fowler got his card to make it onto the PGA Tour and create a sea of orange, I was given a phone call, or I should say I received a phone call from a very close friend that was the board chair at the Loggerhead Marine Life Center. And he said, "We're looking for a new CEO. Would you put your name in the hat?" I accepted and spent 2.5 years working at Loggerhead Marine Life Center, did some terrific things with a great board, a great staff, went to the county, acquired 1.5 acres of land, went into a visioning process of expanding the center, doubling the 12,500 square feet of that world-class facility and going into a capital campaign, at which time now is this state-of-the-art facility. Just as we were hitting stride at the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, I received a phone call from the board chair at the Palm Beach Symphony, which was celebrating its 40th anniversary of providing world-class music in the Palm Beaches. And the board chair said, "We've seen a lot of what you've been able to accomplish with your dynamic board and your great staff at Loggerhead Marine Life Center. We'd love to have you come join this organization as Chief Executive Officer." That was in October 2013. Fast forward to today, and now the Palm Beach Symphony is leading its 48th anniversary of providing world-class music throughout the Palm Beaches under the music artistic excellence of 9 Emmy, 14 Grammy nomination Gerard Schwartz as the music director and conductor, with some of the biggest names in the classical music world performing. For example, Yefim Bronfman, who just performed at one of our recent concerts. So during that time, for the past 7 or 8 years, it's been a great pleasure to learn and grow along the way and apply some of the business principles that I've learned in my career of 20 plus years of working in investment banking, managing a hospitality facility with a private Jack Nicklaus country club, and working for 2 award-winning nonprofit organizations. What are some of those principles? Well, while I was at Bear Lakes Country Club, I decided that in an effort to continue to grow, I decided to become Six Sigma certified at Purdue University, and I wanted to use the principles that I learned as a Six Sigma certified person to lead organizations. Organizations are led through what I like to call the one-page strategic plan. That is having a mission, a vision, core values, cultural behaviors, and strategies. Secondly is establishing culture. What is culture and why is culture important? Culture is leading organizations through people that are diverse, getting them to row with the same synchronicity and the same tenacity, all at the same time in an orchestrated manner. What is Waves of Success? Waves of Success was a brainchild that I had, realizing that I had the great fortune of working for the Palm Beach Symphony. And as a result of working there, was introduced to some of the most interesting people in a wide variety of industries. Some of the best authors, some of the best athletes, some of the best musicians, some of the best business leaders. So as a former competitive surfer, having surfed in my teens into my early 20s, being represented by big brands, I decided that I wanted to come up with a podcast that parlayed the two. Waves of Success. What is Waves of Success? It's exactly what it says. In business and in life, you go through trials and tribulations. You go through ups and downs. You have good rides and you have wipeouts. And it's not always the same, and it's not all static. So it's trying to learn from your wipeouts in a way to where you can actually catch a wave to success. And we've applied that in our business principles. So each episode, we will be inviting on unique people in different industries that will share their experiences of their waves to success, their leadership principles, how they lead and manage their personal lives and lead work-life balance, which is always a challenge. And we're going to be hosting this at Media Zone, which we are thrilled to partner with.
If you enjoyed this episode of Waves of Success, don't forget to like, follow, and share. We'd like to thank our sponsors, IYC Yachts, Chervaux, Square Grouper, and the production team at Media Zone.